Greetings all, Fanny here for Aries' daily oracle message. Aries, the first two cards that came out for you, okay, you'll come as well. I went to grab these two cards and then the top card of the deck just like slid under my hand. So we'll get to that one in a minute. But the first two cards that initially came out for you are Lighten Up and Fresh Start. The Lighten Up card states, you're being asked to remember that life does not always have to be so serious. Yes, there are hard things happening. No, it's not always easy to be here on Earth. But you can always find the time to laugh, be silly, and have fun. And it is so important that you do so. It's so easy to just go along your everyday and get stuck into the repetitiveness of the stagnancy of the negativity that everyone has going on in the world. It can be so hard to be on the opposite end of that and find something to be happy about. But if that is something that you are consciously searching for, like you're consciously trying to be more positive, look on the brighter things inside and not be so pessimistic. Thank you. That was the word that I was looking for. Not be so pessimistic that everything is horrible. You find that the world is so much more beautiful. The world is so much brighter when you are looking at it with the eyes of beauty, with the eyes of love, with the eyes of positivity. Because if beauty is in the eye of the beholder and all you are focusing on is negative things, then that's all you're going to see and that's all you're going to be attracted to and attracting. That's why you also have the Fresh Start card here. You're being given an opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you are being given. Everyone has the opportunity to restart. Everyone has the opportunity for a new life. And it doesn't have to come at a certain threshold in your life when you reach a certain age, or you may feel like beyond a certain age there's not really a point in you finding your life. For whatever reason, you're still here, so you still have a reason to live. You still have something to experience. And I think you should do your best to live your life until the day that you leave it. It's my honest opinion about it. You have You, Them, Blockages, Advice, and Outcome, which is the card that came from the top of the deck. So, Lighten Up and Fresh Start with the You, Them, Blockages, Advice, and Outcome. I feel like you're leaving a situation where people are very pessimistic, and you've noticed how that has had an effect on your own mood and mentality. I understand this. I had to do this myself at the end of 2020. I left my best friend of 7 years because as I was working to raise my vibration to become a more positive, happier person, looking on the brighter things in life, she would constantly be there pulling me back down into negativity, escapism, fantasy worlds that we created where everything was perfect. And I could not live there anymore. I needed it when I was in school to cope and survive, but I was out of school for 2 years at that point. I didn't need it anymore. And she did. And every time I tried to bring her along with me to lift her up, she didn't want to go. And that's one of the biggest things, is that as you are developing and as you are growing, not everyone will be coming with you, because they have to make the choice that they want happiness. They have to make the choice that they want peace, that they want love in their life. And they're willing to do the work to pull themselves out of the negative energy that they had been living in. And not everyone is able to do that. Not everyone even knows that that's an option to do, because society had always told you that this certain status is happiness, this item is happiness, this false image is happiness. And some of us are realizing that we aren't happy when we have that. That's why you also have the grounding card, and I'm so happy that Aries does have this. You're being asked to ground yourself. You're spending too much time in your head. It's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside and plant your feet in the ground and enjoy the centering feeling that brings. If you're somewhere that it's really cold and you can't get outside to plant your feet in the ground, or worse, you live in a very urban area where there's no clean earth, get a house plant, get an animal. Go walking on nature trails if you have some. Some cities have set aside green spaces where there's nothing but nature. And I want you to go and find some ways to connect with nature. If you can't get in a place like this, like I said, get a house plant. They have done wonders for my brother in the military. He can't have animals on base. and he felt very cut off because he was on a military base, but he filled his entire bedroom with plants, and he has had so much more happiness in life in his own world over there. You have the card Give. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. When we do so, we lift ourselves up. We feel lifted up, and our lives are greatly improved because of someone else's happiness. Think of a way you can give to another today. And giving is a wonderful thing, because not only is that like it says, a sense of peace and uplifting for yourself to help someone, energetically it's uplifting because you're showing that you are so abundant, you have more than you need, and therefore you give to those who are in need. And that is a very high vibrational, abundant mentality. And embracing that, doing things like going to food pantries or homeless shelters, animal shelters, volunteering your time. If you can't give your money, give your time, because there are a lot of people who just need someone to talk to, who just need someone to see them. And Aries, if you can do that, if you can lighten up your world by lightening up your other people, this will also lighten you up. And the fresh start that you are giving yourself, or that is being given to you, is going to be one where you won't have to fight to keep people in your life. You won't have to second guess on whether you're worthy of love, because you would have known it automatically, because you are love. You know what unconditional love feels like because you pull it from yourself. And Aries, if this is what you are going for, I'm very proud of you, my love, because that is a very noble and honorable thing to do with your time and energy. Have a beautiful day, Aries.